1, 2, 3. All right.
Woohoo! Yeah,
Got it.
here we are again, talking about things,
Talking about stuff and things.
stuff and things, content. Yeah.
Got our local beard mugs. Found it. Are they on the website yet? The mugs?
The mugs have do the mugs have a website?
Yeah. Are they on the website?
The local beard does not have mugs on the website yet, but it's coming. They've got beard butter, beard balm, beard oil, beard wash, beard conditioner.
Nice. And we have T-shirts coming in the next 2 weeks, right?
T-shirts should be coming in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, localbeard.com is just
Let's blow it up.
blowing it up, man. We're blowing it up, and we're trying to just be a good source of beard products locally, and then of course everybody's local.
Oh yeah,
Think about it.
that's true.
It's easy to be local.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here we are again. We are. I'm Matt. This is Ethan,
Yes.
and we are talking today about consultations.
Mm-hmm. The value of a consultation for not only the barber but the client. Yeah.
The value of a consultation. I like the way you say that, because really, like, the value of a consultation is what's the correct word for this? Is it invaluable or unvaluable? Invaluable is the correct terminology, right? It is the number one thing that you can do as a hairstylist / barber in the hair world. The consultation will make you or break you.
Yeah.
Because you can give a great haircut to somebody that doesn't want that great haircut, and it's not a great haircut. So,
Absolutely.
consultation. I mean, honestly, in hair school, they do not talk enough about consultation.
Oh, not at all. I think we had 2 lessons on consultations, 2 or 3 lessons, and it was mainly on the negatives of consultations. We mainly talked about how do we deal with a upset client, because that was everybody's fear, of course, like giving something that somebody doesn't want, right?
Which ironically
exactly
is exactly what a consultation does.
Oh,
it
absolutely.
tells you to give. It allows you to know at least what they want, because until you have a good consultation, you don't even know what they want. So you could. It just doesn't make sense. So they're basically saying, hey, when you get a bad client, or you get a bad experience, you get a bad review or whatever, somebody's talking about you, they're saying, this is how you react, instead of saying, this is how you should do a consultation.
Absolutely. I mean, if you gave yourself, say your time block is about 45 minutes, right? But you give yourself 45 minutes for a haircut that's going to take you 25, 30 minutes. You spend 15 minutes on that consultation, because in my opinion, yes, the haircut's important, but that first part is crucial. I mean, every question that you're going to ask the client, when was the last time you got a haircut? Are you seeing anything that you don't like in your hair right now? Is there any spots in your hair? Because the thing is one of the scariest things for me is when I go to cut the hair and there's a cowlick that I didn't know about. And they're like, oh yeah, there's a cowlick back there. And then I go there and now I'm fixing this peacock feather that just decided to show up.
Yeah.
Or then they also feel special too. Like when you're having that consultation, they feel like their opinion is valued and everything. They feel almost that they're a part of the process. So now that they're a part of the process, that they're also going to want to come back to, is because like we're creating this haircut,
Right. I think there's a part of that as a stylist, though. As you come along, as you experience, you get experience that it's like you almost you see what's coming. You see what they kind of want. Because there's a certain genre of people that kind of like certain same things, and so as a stylist, you have to not corner yourself into that, just knowing what they want, and you got to listen. You've got to listen. That's the main thing. You got to be able to advise, and you also got to listen, because if you don't do it right, they're not going to come back.
Oh, absolutely.
So look, we chat. Of course, it's what we do here, right? We chat GPT'd. I did some just some bullet points to go over with you guys about consultations, because it's so easy to get into this idea of we sit down. What are we doing for you today? Okay, perfect, thanks.
And then you move forward.
And then you move forward, which is that's kind of what you need to get to.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to necessarily what's the word I'm looking for without getting into trouble here? You don't need to take a crazy amount of time
Yeah,
in the consultation. You need to be efficient, effective, and you also need to listen,
absolutely.
and you need to have a plan as you're doing it. You know,
But
it's
also keeping that door open for constant communication throughout the entire process of the
mhm,
haircut, because knowing that there's an open door. Because one of the things when I used to get my haircut, like before I knew all this, is when, say, for instance, I went through a process if I was growing my hair out to my shoulders, and I didn't want a lot cut off during those haircuts. I just wanted it like dusted, you know. And some of these stylists, I would feel like I couldn't talk to them about like seeing that they're about to take too much off or whatever, and feel like I couldn't talk to them because we didn't open that level of communication in the consultation, you know?
right.
So it's like continue to work through that, like opening up the door of like if something's going on, uh, they can dust it, like not, what's the word? That you could tell them, you know, you could tell them throughout the process. Does that
Talk,
make sense?
like talk. Is that the word?
Yeah,
Talk.
talk.
Talk's the
I'm
word.
basically moving around, using a lot of words to mean talk. Yeah.
So
Let them know that you can talk to them.
so here's what it says. It says key points of consultations, and it says first impressions matter. Okay, it says the consultation sets the tone for the entire service. It's where trust and confidence are built. It's absolutely what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
absolutely.
You've got to be able to listen, and they got to know that you're confident in what you're about to do. If you're just kind of walking around it, like, well, maybe we should do a little this, maybe we should do a little that. Hey, once you know what they have and they have a clear plan, you guys have a clear plan, attack it, do it. Have some confidence in that to say, hey, actually, you don't need to do this because your calyx going to stick up right here. If I cut it that short, it's going to stick up. How about we do this? And then you just advise. And if they say, no, I want a calic that short, then you cut it that short. You just tell them that you didn't tell them somebody else cut it. I didn't do that.
Just tell them that I didn't do it.
Right? So it's absolutely where confidence is built.
Absolutely.
I mean, number one, listen before you cut. I just said that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's as if ChatGPT just is sitting here listening to me. Let the client talk about what they want and how they usually style their hair. That's a big thing. Hold on, stop right there. So as we're talking about the cut you're about to do and the consultation and what they want, they're like, hey, I want Jennifer Aniston, or I want Brad Pitt from Fury, or whatever it is, right?
Or Chris Hemsworth from Thor. I get that a lot.
Yeah, you got to say, hey, how much time are you going to spend on your hair? Because I could give you this awesome haircut, right? And if you're going to go to the shower and just shower your hair and then leave, you're going to be like, man, Ethan sucks.
If you're going to don dish
Ethan
soap and run.
you got to spend so you got to know as a stylist how much time they're willing to spend on their hair.
Absolutely.
And how much time they already do, because we all are willing to go to the gym tomorrow, right? Correct. Sure, I'm going to do it tomorrow, right? And so while they're in the chair, you got to kind of get a good that first impression of what maybe they're going to do. It's important.
You're training them.
It's important, but it's also good. Like just because they haven't been doing it, and if they want to do something new and something like that, to encourage them to do it, because they're probably, it's more than a haircut. There's probably something in their life where they're making some decisions of being more disciplined, and it actually comes out in the haircut.
Absolutely. I mean, styling, they can't go throughout the day. You can't don dish soap it and run. There's a lot of these guys that are just like wash their hair and then get out of the shower and be like, well, I don't like that it lays so flat. Like, well, I can't.
Dude, that's what
you can't.
That's what happens with beards. I mean, like we're kind of talking about hair, but with beards too. I'll get into beards and I'm brushing them out, and I'm like, dude, have you combed your beard this week? And like, oh no, I knew I was gonna come see you. It's like it's Friday. It's Friday, man. Come on.
You can't not touch your beard.
What? So we have to be able to whatever we present to people, we have to know that they, as stylists, that they're going to be able to take care of it in some sort of way.
You got to sculpt it how they're going to be able to take care of it. Because I have a lot of guys that come in and I know that they don't style their hair. And then I'm trying to give them a haircut that's very low maintenance, extremely low maintenance. Because not everybody wants to sit with a blow dryer and everything.
Oh yeah, I don't, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's go back. It says, listen to the client talk. About how they usually style their hair or beard. Listening shows professionalism and prevents miscommunication. Sure does. That's what we just talked about. It says assess the hair and the head shape. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
If you come in there and they give you this rock star haircut or whatever, and they've got some peon shaped head, you got to be the one that says sorry, or you got to be able the one that knows how to cut that. And
Yeah.
that's really where you need to get to in your craft is
Mhm.
to know how to put that rock star haircut on that crazy shaped head.
Absolutely.
That's what you need to do.
Translating it to a different
That's
genre.
what you need to translate. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Learn how to translate that haircut, because between either the head shape or if they're thinning and everything, that's another one that we both get, I believe. It's like, hey, here's a haircut, but they have thinning in the crown or thinning in the widow's
You know
peak.
the hair. You know this hairstyle. The
Yeah.
hairstyle, right? So popular with the young folks.
Yeah, the
I had
alpaca hairstyle.
yeah,
That's very
I
cool.
had a guy ask me a few weeks ago for it, and he's got like 12 hairs on his head, and I'm like,
Bless his heart.
sorry, you can't have that one, but we can give you something else. You know, it's like you just can't. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and say no, dude. Honestly, I should be like, it's time for you to shave, but
We can't fuel delusion. I mean,
Exactly.
you know, like that's the
Exactly.
thing. We're supposed to be empowering you to be more confident. In good taste, we can't let you leave the chair. Empowering you to be confident, we can't let you leave the chair being misinformed and being delusional. We can't. In 90 times out of 100, you're going to look a lot better with bald than having your sneaking 12 hairs that are 12 inches long, you know?
yeah.
Or trying to push that into a style. You're going to look way better with that like Bruce Willis or Jason Statham buzz, you know? That like
no
one
matter
guard.
a lot of most 99% of the time too, no matter the head shape.
Oh yeah.
Like this comb over right here, it's like
It looks
it's not,
bad.
It's not. I need a haircut. Look at that. It's not saving your head. This is stuff we don't tell you in consultation that we allude to.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes we just got to tell you.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. So don't get mad at us when we're finding it a little awkward to be like, hey, dude,
trying to help you out here.
Exactly. You need to mow your lawn, you know?
Mow your lawn, brother.
Exactly.
Let's see here. It says, listen before you cut, prevents miscommunication, which is the biggest thing that we want to do is prevent miscommunication. Because as your first time client comes in, you don't know this person. You just made a first impression and it could be their day off. And they're a professional, you know, and they just dress like this on their day off, you know, and it's like you've got to know
what they do
for a living. You got to know the whole thing about them, especially if they come in and say, "Fix me up,
make me look pretty,
whatever you want to do." And it's like, hang on a second, you know, let's talk a little bit.
Exactly.
So you got to know those things. It says assess the hair and head shape, check growth patterns, density, texture, cowlicks, face shape before deciding on a cut.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All those things that you should know from school, right?
Yeah, should know.
This is part of your craft, y'all. You got to it's not just cutting. It's recognizing face shapes. It's recognizing where's the farthest part on somebody's face. Where are you going to be able to line it up at? What's the chin do? Does it come in? Does it go out? How big are their cheeks?
Yeah. That's another thing too for beards. That's one thing I didn't even notice but when I was in school. But coming out, there's like, I have clients that it's like, hey, I want it to look real slim down here, but it's like, then I go to carve it and then I realize that it's not me carving it. It's their cheeks are bigger. So I can't necessarily make it real slim and with a trimmer. Like that's their cheeks. Like, so they'll grow it and it's, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it's confusing.
It is.
So
it's
learning where that is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's their body, it's their shape that's making that shape. It's not necessarily the hair. So what you have to do, at that point, you have to trick the eye.
Yeah.
And so you have to make it really tight up here.
Yeah.
And then for these right here to match up is
100%.
what you're wanting. That way
it's building that weight.
Exactly. You want to be able to, your eye needs to pass through here.
Yeah.
And so you can build that. So that's really what you're seeing. And so that creates
the silhouette,
that rectangle shape because those guys, they'll have a big round, tubular round. And so we want to make them more square.
Yeah.
and so that creates that square right there. But yeah, it's difficult
Yeah.
to figure out.
That's something you
Some
don't learn
guys
in
some
school.
guys you cannot do because it's
Yeah.
just like sorry, and they know that. Most guys are like yeah, screw whatever. Just I just want it out of my ears.
Yeah,
At that point,
exactly.
they're like, just get it out of my ears,
That
dude.
point, I want to stop hearing my beard.
Yeah, it's like you got it, man. I was gonna during COVID, I was gonna like be in solidarity with everybody and not get a beard trimmer or whatever, and it started getting in my ears, man. Started to do it. I was like, y'all, I know how to trim my beard. See ya, see ya, see ya. Not to leave you, but see you later. So
Yeah.
it says clarify lifestyle and maintenance. Look at this,
Yeah,
we're ahead of our game.
exactly.
So you do it. These are all things that you have to,
Exactly.
as hairstylists that you just got to do because it makes your consultation so much more effective.
Yeah. And I see a lot of issues with younger guys. This is a different tangent, but a lot of guys want those messy hairstyles that don't look good in a professional environment. Like I'll have guys that will come to me and they want a certain hairstyle. They'll show me a hairstyle, but it's real messy. It's not real tight and put together, but they work in an environment where it's a tight and put together environment.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm a sales guy for over here. I want a messy crop and I don't want it off my ears, but I want it real textured and like beachy and stuff. And I'm like, okay, like you have to like how do I? It's like I don't in good conscience. I'm like I can't.
So really, it's up to us at that point to inform them. Like, hey, look, this is
Yeah.
what I see, and this is what I know that this business is,
Yeah.
and so this is what you're asking for,
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't think that they match up.
Yeah.
If you're just going to be going in for meetings or something, then you're going to fix it differently. Then
Yeah.
okay, and then if you want to spend most of your day as a beach guy,
Yeah.
then sure, but not as I think it's definitely up to us to be like, hey,
It's like,
are
hey,
you sure about this?
being the big brother, being their big brother.
That's exactly it. Most guys don't have that somebody out there
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
can say, hey, you need to shave your head.
Exactly.
Hey, you need to not do that. Hey, you need to not have that haircut and have this one because they're just going by what they see. And
Yeah.
if they see the trend is that messy haircut, well, shoot, why would that haircut not translate everywhere? Maybe
Well,
you're not thinking about
exactly.
that.
You're also looking at trends of like what's looking good on GQ magazine isn't
Yeah.
necessarily what's going to look good in your sales position in a car dealership or your sales position at any other professional environment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this may be trending in one area, but you looking a lot cleaner is going to drive sales a lot better. It's going to make you feel more successful in your job. And then the messy style of like, it's great for day at the park or whatever and just your everyday, but just being informed, like informing those people, not
Yep.
being rude, just be like, hey, let's try this out. And if you don't like it, then, or there's ways to get a messy look, but clean it up. Like I've seen the French crop or whatever,
Yeah.
where they get it real tight and clean and you still look put together, but you can still have that texture and stuff to play with.
Yep. It doesn't have to be in your eyes down here.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
like
100%.
you could really kind of put it up here, like a
Oh,
what's
yeah.
that band called? That
What is it called? The Caesar cut
yeah, like a
almost?
Caesar cut, because you could really texturize the top and get
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It looks-
But still clean.
That's been trendy. That's been
yeah.
a classic look for years.
Oh,
and years
yeah.
and years and years.
That perimeter,
Using
cleaning the perimeter, getting everything sharp, and then building yourself a frame. That's the best way to
That's
explain
exactly
it.
it. It's like once you get the perimeter, then you do the interior.
Yeah.
Like looking sharp. It's just everything that has crisp edges.
Yeah.
It's what you're looking for. Because
Absolutely.
inside there, you can be
Oh,
inside
yeah.
that box. You can be all kinds of.
You can be a
things.
little chaotic, but if you have crisp edges and everything, you're still going to look put together. And that's where you have to know of like messy look doesn't necessarily mean messy everywhere.
Correct. Yeah.
That's-
Exactly right. Exactly
Yeah.
right. It says show visual references. What do you think about this?
I like it sometimes when it comes because I mean, if somebody sits in my chair and it says "make me look pretty," then you have X, Y, Z to go through in the consultation process. But this is almost like a cheat code. I mean, for the client, if you're a client, you're watching this, or going to get your haircut, and you're watching this. Making sure you bring visual references, but also a good thing to do. There's TikTok filters, Instagram filters. I mean, heck, ChatGPT even shows you what your face shape is, like finding your face shape, and then either Google it, Pinterest, whatever. If you have like a diamond face shape, you're gonna look good with pretty much any haircut. But
Yeah.
but it's like showing, hey, I have, what face shape do I have? And then take a picture of your face through ChatGPT. But if you don't want to do that too, there's TikTok filters that are the showing the different face shapes and everything, and then you can come to it and look it up. Best haircuts
This is
2025.
intense.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Like
All these things are available?
oh yeah, 100%. Like you can go through, like your barber, of course, like us, we know these things of like looking at it.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to figure something out, I mean, one of the things that helped me out a ton is looking it up. Like there's TikTok filters that'll show what your face shape is. There's, you can do chat GPT or even chat GPT. Hey, how do I find my face shape? And all these things. Exactly. And then we can determine what your texture is, your hair texture and everything, and we can tell you things. But if you bring us an image, for instance, of, I don't know, let me think. If you've got a John Candy head, I'll just put it that, or John Candy,
A big head?
a big head. If you got a
If
big
you wear a
head,
size 8.
exactly.
If you wear a hat that's bigger than a 7.
100%. Like for me, I can't go in and show somebody a picture of Timothy Chalamet and be like, hey, I want this haircut because I don't have that head shape.
Me neither.
Exactly. Like you got to know what your head shape is. Exactly. So like I said, TikTok, ChatGPT, Google, you can find your face shape and then from there say best, if you want to go the trendy route, 2025 best haircuts for triangle face shapes or heart face shapes. I know with the female side, there's different terminology for face shapes. Like you have the round and heart shape and all that, whereas men is more of the diamond, triangle,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I mean, just play it around. But if you also don't want to go through all that trouble, come in and we can talk through it.
That's
everything.
true. So I didn't know this, but the pictures that you bring in are now called inspo pics. I found this out a couple of years ago, about a year or so ago.
Yeah.
So they're inspo pics, and so what I've found over time, used to some of the stylists I worked with did not like to see pics,
Really?
and it just blew my mind because man, that's a lot of communication.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of miscommunication in like, hey, this,
Yeah.
and then because that's simple. That's that. It's like, I want to look like this. But what the stylists I think were doing that really kind of what they didn't like was the expectation.
So it's basically like, I don't want an image because therefore they're going to expect something higher of me.
Probably.
So I can't produce. That's interesting because then at that point it's like, I would say that's kind of lazy. For the stylist, would you say that?
Well, I can't say it's lazy because sometimes it's just you're not good at your craft yet.
That is true.
You're like, oh my God, how am I
way.
going to produce that? But like those pictures that they're presenting to you are models
That is
that
true.
have had their hair done
Yeah.
for a professional picture.
That is right.
And then that gives you the expectation of I want to look like that. I want to feel like that.
I want to look
picture-
like Jennifer Aniston.
That picture makes me feel something. Just like Brad Pitt and Fury. It's like that picture makes me feel like a badass.
Yeah, 100%.
Like the guys that bring it, that slick back hair.
They want that.
And it looks good. It looks good. It feels good to the guys. And when they walk out, man, they feel like Brad Pitt from Fury most
Oh
times.
yeah, 100%.
They're like,
or a Peaky Blinders character,
or something, or
Rambo, or whatever.
Whatever it is that makes them that makes whoever present that picture to you, they felt something. It wasn't like, oh, I just want to look like Jennifer Aniston. Well, why do you look like Jennifer Aniston? Because she makes you feel like something. She makes you feel pretty, or she represents
100%.
something to you.
Yeah.
And so that's what a lot of times those pictures bring. And so we have to manage the expectations. We have to find the emotion and manage the expectations.
That's true.
We can absolutely get close to Kelly Clarkson's highlights from 1998. Remember those you probably don't remember, but they were huge for a while. It wasn't
We learned about it
early 2000s. Those chunky highlights, right? Yeah, we could do that, but is it something that you want to do?
Exactly. It's like one of the questions I saw on a video the other day was when somebody shows you a picture, it's like, what do you like about that? What do you not like about that? What, like you said, emotion. Like, what does that make you feel? Like most of the guys, if they come in and they're showing that, like you said, they don't feel like a badass. They don't feel like they're powerful in what they're doing. They don't feel like that strength or whatever. Then sometimes it doesn't go that deep, and they just need a haircut because somebody told them they need a haircut. But for me, I mean, haircuts go way more into the psychological level because it's like
The
if I don't
haircuts are emotional.
exactly, it's emotional. If I don't feel put together, I'm not going to be as successful in what I'm doing, or not actually feel successful, but it's how I'm going to portray myself in that. Like if I look in the mirror in the morning and I'm like, I don't look put together, I kind of look like a slob, then I'm going to feel like a slob through the rest of the day. But if I look in the mirror in the morning and I'm like, man, I'm cleaned up, that's battle one at the end of the beginning of the day. I'm going in feeling a lot better, or leaving the barbershop. It's like, man, I feel like $1,000,000, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you already like learn to love yourself in that level, then you're gonna feel a lot more confident in everything else.
Yeah,
But that's the emotional side, you know.
it is, and it's like as far as what we're trying to produce, literally trying to produce for hands, we have to manage that with through the consultations and through the expectations, especially when they bring you a picture. I love pictures because I want to see it. I want to see what you're trying to tell me, and then I can manage. I could backpedal, and I could see maybe why you want to go from black to blonde or blonde to black. Did you just break up with your boyfriend? I mean, that's a lot of times that's the case. A lot of big time haircuts are because of emotional reasons. Always. I mean, I can't not always, but there's something. Whenever, I guarantee you, whenever there's a big breakup, something's going on in your head about changing your hair or your style.
I mean, I've
Something
been there.
is.
Yeah, long hair to buzz cut. Like, I've been there. You feel it. I mean,
so we have to like, as stylists, we have to, if we want to create a clientele, we have to tune into that and
exactly.
to find that and to manage all those things within that haircut.
Yeah, because the client then is going to be like, well, he gets me. Like
I like him.
Exactly,
Cool.
he likes me. He was there for me. I was about to make a crazy decision, and he backed me off the cliff.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here. It goes back to that like psychological level of the haircut's not just a haircut.
Never has been. It's crazy how it's crazy how people just sell a haircut. Like $9.99, come get it. It's like,
it's
dude,
not great clips. Like it's more than great clips.
All right, it says recommend product and upkeep. It says show visual. Show visual. We got that. Oh, it says, yeah. Oh, it says asking. So this right here, it says show photos to confirm expectations, but it also says what a client calls a fade or a trim, which is a big thing.
I didn't even think about that because a lot of guys are like, take 2 weeks off, and then you could take 2 weeks off, but not fade it or trim it up. Because a lot of guys will say, hey, I need a trim, and they're not thinking of a skin fade. You're not thinking of a skin fade. Or when they say fade, they think of skin fade. Like you said, like, what do you mean? Because their terminology is drastically different.
Yeah, and you know what I say? You've heard me say it. It's like, and they'll say, I want to fade, whatever. How short do you want it?
Yeah.
I just said that fade or trim. It doesn't matter to me what you say. I want to say, how short do you want it? And then from there, I base if I want to do a fade or a trim.
Yeah. Or they want a high and tight.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like if they want a cleanup, does that mean off the ears? Because there's some guys that will come in but they have a medium length haircut and they're like, hey, I want a cleanup. And that just means kind of cleaning around their ears and cleaning dead ends. Or some guys, a cleanup means I want a high and tight.
So going back, a photo would be a great thing, wouldn't it?
100%. Bring a photo.
Bring a photo. Hey, here's a good tip for you. If you get a good haircut, take a selfie of yourself.
Yeah, I've got a client that does that. Yeah,
and then the next time you go to somebody, like, hey, I want this, because most of the time people can replicate a certain haircut.
Oh yeah,
especially if it's on you. I'm not gonna be like, all right, man. So did you break up with somebody?
Yeah.
Like, why are you trying to get this haircut? I'm just be like, oh man, it looks great on you. Let's do it. I'm not gonna try to do
the other day, this may take us a different route, but I had this little kid that came in and he was, maybe 7 or 8 years old. And he sits in the chair and I was like, okay, buddy, what do you normally like with your haircut? Do you like it? Like, do you not like it touching your ears? Do you not like touching your neck? He goes, I want to look like, I think it was Preston Plays. He was a YouTuber. He's like, I want to look like Preston Plays. I was like, okay, I'm going to get an image for you. And I showed him the picture and he was just like, I want to look like that. And I said, well, what do you like about that? And he goes, I like that picture. And it was basically a fade, or not even a fade at that point. It was just like a one length on the sides. And it was shaved down to where he had a hard part. And it was just kind of like a little flipped up in the front. And that was it. He was like, well, I want that. And in my brain, this kid has like the early Justin Bieber swoop haircut and everything. Yeah. And I kind of looked at his dad. I look back. I was
Yeah.
like, is this cool? But at the same time, I was cutting it, and it's just putting in that little hard part and everything. He saw that he looked like that guy, so therefore he felt cool
Yeah.
like that guy. He was like, I'm that guy, you know. And then like even though that's like a 7-year-old, the same effect goes into adults, like the fury, like when they get that fury cut, that undercut, that slick back. Like they're like, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
So it's like I saw this little kid, he's smirking when I put that line in. He was like,
Yeah. It's like,
he's like, yeah. He was like, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's extremely valuable.
What we also have to do with those we'll say trendy or those haircuts like that, especially with Brad Pitt and Fury, we're talking about that a lot. And that guy is the grow out.
Oh yeah.
Or the cowlicks. Look for those things, because if somebody has a bunch of stuff going on right here, you may want to advise them differently from certain haircuts. And so that's just a little side note. I thought about that as you were saying, putting a hard part here, because
That
I've done several hard parts. Yeah, exactly. Grow out's going to be bad.
I know the
because
grow out's
right
gonna be
there,
bad.
like talk about, it's like if you know it and then they know it, that's fine. Because some guys will come in every 2 weeks. They're like, I want this haircut, and I want it every 2 weeks. And they're like, as long as you know, as long as just letting you know,
because you're able to put in a hard part and still sculpt it to where, because normally what I've seen with the hard parts is they'll fade all the way up into the top of the like the crown area, you know, and then it's real rounded and everything, and then they have this kind of little tuft of hair. Whereas like you can do it to where you still sculpt up and you still give it structure. You just put that little line in. It's that little visual pop, you know.
Yeah. It's what it is. It's just the absence of hair right there. It makes it look so good.
Oh, exactly. It crispens it up and everything.
Let's see here. We'll keep on going. Use photos. We'll recommend products and upkeep. Tie in your product knowledge. Suggest what they can use between visits to maintain a great look.
Yeah.
It says plug. This right here says in parentheses, great plug for local beard products. It is a great time to plug local beard products. Look, here they are, local beard products. If you got a,
how did these get here?
What? This is Atlas Bloom Beard Oil. This is the absolute bestseller on the website. You guys go check it out, because that beard oil again is the foundation of taking care of a beard.
100%.
Localbeard.com.
Just start throwing it in there. Anyway, I don't know what possessed us to do that right now. What?
Man, thanks, ChatGPT, for always reminding me of things I need to do. So good. He said, what? You know, Angel said she named hers.
Really?
Ari or something like that.
Oh, yeah. She was asking her what she wanted
she was asking
named.
she was asking somebody at the shop the other day if they named theirs, and I'm like, I never named mine, but I probably should, as much as I talk.
I named my cat. I didn't name my ChatGPT.
So knowing product knowledge, and you don't have to have a wide variety of everybody's brand of everything.
Oh yeah,
you just need a good this and a good that. You need a good like mousse. You need a good gel. You need a good those things. You need a good root lift. You need a good volumizer. You need a good shampoo
100%.
and conditioner. You just need a good one, right?
You don't have to know every brand.
Yes,
you just have to know what you like, or what, like if somebody is like, I have really oily hair, then you know that product.
Yep. Curly hair.
Curly hair. No, a curly hair shampoo. But usually a guy that has a real short haircut, I'll usually ask him, do you like it to look wet or do you like it to look dry? I like it to look dry. You're going to go for clays and fibers and stuff like that. I like it to look wet. Then it's pomades, oil-based pomades, gels, all that kind of stuff. It's just that little question. But if they already know product knowledge, it's like, hey, I want to look like a Godfather character. Okay, I got you. that's a wet look.
Yeah.
I don't know, is Fury, is that a wet look or is that a dry look? Because it's kind of in between.
It is. I think his hair color makes it look different than it is. It's probably a wet. I mean, he's out in the freaking battlefield. It's more of a sweat look.
Oh yeah, sweat look.
Just
do you want a sweat look? Got you. You heard it here. You heard it here first.
Yeah, you did. Sweatlook.com. Let's see here. It says, go ahead. Were you about to talk about
I was just thinking, but yeah, just knowing what products. Yeah.
And how to ask. It goes such long, and it also helps you long term. It helps you retain client, and also helps you build a retail business which is a big deal for you too as a stylist long term, because you can only cut so much, man. You can only cut so much.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have other things working for you to create avenues of income for sure.
But also, it's like you want to be able to help your client out as much as possible out the door, because you can upsell products, not like in a way of trying to be sneaky or whatever, nickel and dime somebody, but just in the way of like, if you're cutting a first time client, most of the time for my first time clients, it's like cut their hair and I put something and they're like, oh, what was that? What did you just put in my hair? Well, I put this. What does that do? Well, this says, where can I find that? And if you have everything that you use, if you have it in shop, then that's like, they leave, they have both their product where they can replicate it or try to replicate it. And that way you're almost giving them the at-home DIY kit, for the exception of the haircut or whatever.
That's a good thing. That's like having the at-home DIY kit available for yourself at home is a big deal.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that way you can, and then having everything for sale there is cool.
Yeah, good things. Yeah. Here we go. Set the game plan. That's what it says next. Set the game plan.
Yeah.
So it says, before starting, repeat back what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, communication both ways. And so you absorb it, and then you replicate. You tell them what you're going to do, and then you try to get it done. That's the hard part. That's where you got to get all the reps in, right? So it says, repeat back what you're going to do. That final confirmation avoids surprises and builds trust, which is pretty much what you need as a stylist, because whenever whoever CEO has a meeting, and then they happen, those guys don't go to someplace off the wall typically and just get a haircut. They have somebody.
They have their person. And so in order to become that person for somebody, these things really need to happen 100%
in your consultation.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
helps to build you as a stylist and your reputation.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I mean, and also that communication goes throughout not only hair, but just as a person. I mean, you listen, you absorb, then you speak it back to them. And then if they're like, hey, I heard this. Is this what you're saying in my own terms? Blah, 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 blah. If that's not, then you tweak along the way. And then not for haircuts, but for like conflict resolution in general. So like you're training yourself for conflict resolution right here in a consultation for your haircut. So like, it's like Mr. Miyagi kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Mr. Miyagi kind of stuff. You're training yourself here that you don't even realize one day you're going to be in a fight or a relationship or whatever, and then you just like feel the wax on, wax off. It's like, hey, this is what I'm hearing. Is this what you want? Exactly. Yeah.
So here, this is a good stat for you. This is free of charge. In a perfect environment.
Yeah.
75% of communication between two people is lost.
Really?
We only retain 25% communication in a perfect environment.
Wow.
So you can imagine how much, when things are going on,
you're retaining the 5%.
You're retaining what you're retaining of people saying to you in communication is lost. Mm-hmm. And so repeating back what just having that conversation back and forth is a big deal.
Because sometimes it's the end of the day, you haven't eaten. You've got way too much caffeine in your system. Yeah. One person's talking about one thing. One person's talking about another thing. You've got music playing on, and then you're talking to him. He's the last client of the day. It's 7 p.m. Like, you've got all this stuff, and then you're having that conversation like, so you're saying you want your hair shorter? Is that what I'm hearing?
You just went a little off the top, sir.
Exactly. You went a little off the top. Sir, we're just doing a beard.
I said shave. I haven't had hair in 20 years.
Exactly. It's been a long day. I'm sorry.
Sorry, sir. I'll tell you my least favorite client right now. I'll tell you this. My least favorite client is 4:30 on a Friday after I've been cutting all day long.
Yeah.
And it's a new client, and they say, I've heard about you. I've heard great things about you. Do whatever you want.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
just tell me what to do.
Just tell me what to do.
Because personally, I'd buzz it. That's what I want to do.
Like my favorite haircut. It's my favorite one. It's my favorite one.
I want to buzz it and then line you up, and then you're good. That's what That's what I
That's
want to do.
easy at that. But at this
I don't
point,
want to
we're just trucking on home right here. We're just trying to make it to 6 o'clock.
think.
If you want that one, come in at Tuesday at like noon, and we could talk all kinds of
Oh,
things. Yeah.
absolutely. I feel
Woo!
extra inspired
Right.
there.
It says end with education. Teach them how to style and care for their cut or beard at home. It adds value and keeps them coming back.
100%.
I think that's just part of being a hairstylist barber in the hair world. Most people do not know how to freaking do their hair. I
Yeah.
mean, it's so simple, but it's so the people that don't really need help. And
Oh, yeah.
they need you to help them. Okay. There's a lot of people out there that know how to do their hair and they do it really well.
Yeah.
But the ones that don't are seeking you out, and this is your profession, and freaking knock it out of the park.
Absolutely.
Do it good.
100%. And then as a stylist, too, you need to know how to educate your client about that because you can't give them a haircut that only you know how to style, too.
Yes.
Or like you can't give them a haircut and in the styling process, you cover up a mistake you made. Because like when I used to get my haircut, when I was little, it would look great right out of the shop because they spiked it up with gel and everything. But it was while it was wet, they didn't blow dry or anything. But the moment it dried, you could see all the little mistakes and everything. So as a stylist, you got to make sure that you're being like the integrity part is, hey, you style it this way, or don't put any products in it, let it do its thing or whatever. But being skilled in the craft that where you're not using styling, because when I was in school, I covered up so many mistakes using styling.
Yeah. If you're doing those things like that,
Yeah.
if you're using those little sprays,
Yeah.
this is going to be very not probably well taken. If you're using those sprays and you're using all those things, learn how to cut hair.
Yeah.
Learn how to cut hair because you don't need all those things to make it look better. Learn how to cut hair.
Exactly. Because I mean, I get it that there's some environments that enhancements and everything, hair fibers and all that stuff, the little on the corners or whatever, or you gap someone up really bad, or your fade is just trash. So you decide to do that or whatever, and then they can shower it off. I mean, I don't know. Learn how to cut hair.
I don't know. To me, it's like those are the people that see this as a side hustle.
Oh yeah,
and as a way to make money.
100%.
And sure, you can make money. It's like it's a career. You can make money being a plumber, right? But for the people that are in it, for the reasons that we are in it, to me, it's just such crazy nonsense. It's like just learn how to cut, be a good cutter, be a good hairstylist, be a good barber, and don't rely on the paint, man. That's crazy.
Exactly. There's some guys that want it and everything, they understand it.
Sure.
But that's that, like,
don't rely on it.
Exactly. Don't rely on it. Don't use that to cover up your mistakes or whatever.
Yeah. And man, I saw, and I've probably done it too, early on. If your stylist always wants to curl your hair, if you've got long hair, and your stylist always wants to leave when you leave the shop or the salon, it always wants to curl it.
Yeah.
Check see if
check if it's even.
Yeah, see if it's even. Just a thought, because I mean, they need to be giving you a style that you can replicate at home.
Yeah.
And if that's something you can't replicate at home, and typically they're trying to hide something that they can't figure out how to get it to do right.
Yeah, I learned very early how to do an even cut and even layers because I didn't know how to style for crap. I was like, I don't know how to use this curling iron.
The first haircut I ever did in school was brought it straight down. It was at zero. That's a zero.
And they lean their head forward.
Dude, it took me 2 hours to cut a zero.
That's same, yeah.
Oh my God. So bad. You guys hang in there. You will get better. I promise.
Oh, yeah. It's so scary the first time though.
Yeah, it is so scary.
Yeah, like I had this client
the other day.
Yeah, exactly. It's still scary every time you do it. You just learn how to cope better.
I like that, dude. Those are good points of a consultation.
100%.
I think we covered most everything. I mean, we didn't obviously cover color and stuff like that because that's really specific. But I mean, as a whole, and as a general consultation, I mean, that's, you need to make it, get it condensed to a time frame where you're not just like grasping for questions, and you're not all,
you're not trying to make yourself sound more professional than you are too.
Exactly. And something that this didn't address is touch them. Is like get your comb out,
comb through the hair.
Comb through the hair. touch their hair,
Make sure there's no warts.
look at it. Yeah, look for speed bumps, like moles, warts, all those kind. Because I'm not tell you
How
what,
lumpy their head
if you
is.
chop off a mole, that thing's going to bleed.
Yeah,
I tell you
learned that the
that.
hard way.
So be sure that you're inspecting the scalp, inspecting for things that shouldn't be living there, even sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is too. I mean, we learn in school that there's some conditions of the head that we can't even cut legally. Like we
Nope.
cannot for sanitation purposes. I mean, is psoriasis one of the ones on there? Or
Don't ask me law questions like that.
I don't know. This is a little bit. I don't know. There's
No, it
different
could be.
conditions that like fungal infections that you need to say like, hey, you need to go.
I mean, I typically,
I know lice for
if I
sure.
see something like that, I back away really quickly
Yeah.
and have a different conversation with
yeah.
them. It's just like having a lice conversation or something. Stop. You got to stop what you're doing.
Yeah, you can't
You know,
because I mean,
like so. But you got to figure. You can't get halfway into the haircut, and sometimes it happens. I understand, but you can't get. That consultation has got to be so good that's not a surprise.
oh yeah,
That's what it's got to. You got to
because
look.
they can
You
tell
got
you,
to
hey,
see.
I've been itchy lately.
You use all your senses in a consultation. Was
All
it
your
look,
senses.
listen, feel, taste, touch? Right?
Yeah.
Don't taste it.
I'm not gonna taste their hair, but you can smell it.
Smell it though. Use all those senses
Yeah.
and like really inspect what you're doing. It just takes a second. The scalp is not that big most times, unless you got that big head. So take a second, look and see what you're working with before you start working with it, because you could get yourself in a big trouble if you don't.
And it's not awkward too. I mean, they're expecting a haircut and they're expecting you to be on their scalp anyway. It's very intimate. Like it's not supposed to be like they're not coming in and be like, I don't know, I don't want that. Exactly. You're not like an orangutan. Just be like, oh, it's smack. Anyway, how you been? Like I'm not gonna, But I mean, it's not awkward. It's not supposed to be awkward. They know that you're there to look at their hair. They trust you with that process. So yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree, guys. Good luck out there.
Absolutely.
Have a good
We'll
day. See
catch
you
later.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Check out localbeard.com. Localbeard.com.